have just been tuned into the Streets Session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
We'll get started in it. But yeah, shout out to everyone that's locked in right now. Obviously it's your boy Firahs. Obviously MK is not with me today, so it's a solo thing today. I'm literally just chilling at the crib, so quick little Zoom thing. But you know, so we've got a returnee guest, man. You know what I mean? 007. You know what I mean? Top boy. Hits on hits, RNB, sexual sensation in the game. We've got building, man. How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing good. You?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Obviously, we spoke like I think it was like 2 months ago, maybe now.
Yeah.
And obviously you had dropped a single then. Obviously you've now dropped a couple of singles since then as well.
Since then, yeah.
And then obviously now you're back again, you know, making big noises in the UK with a new single. Before we get into that, how has the summer been for you at the moment?
The summer has been a very active one. And I've been, you know, hanging with friends, going out to different events and stuff. So
yeah,
I had a summer, a very eventful one.
Good one. Did you perform a lot during the summer? Whether that was back at home?
No, not really. I probably only had like. Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Is there anywhere if you could choose to perform that you would like to perform, whether that's like, you know, in a London or at a particular festival? Is there anywhere that you wish you could perform at?
I mean, off the top of my head right now, I can't think of any, but I definitely want to do like, you know, that intimate settings.
Yeah,
intimate setting with like, you know, it doesn't have to be like a ton loads of people, just having a few good people there with some good vibe, just singing some of my tunes, and that would be good.
Yeah. And obviously, talking of you, obviously you are the R&B star. We spoke a little bit last time about, you know, your R&B influences and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to dabble a little bit deeper into that. You know, there was a conversation that I saw. I don't know if you've seen it, where P Diddy was saying that R&B is kind of dying out, right? People aren't really creating the kind of R&B that was popular in 2001, 2, 3, 4, etc. For someone like you who does create R&B, and you know, you do create I would say the classic R&B, what we want to hear. Where do you think? Why do you think R&B today has not gone wrong, but where do you think people are getting confused with R&B? Because I wouldn't say it's dead, but I do agree to an extent. It's not about love. There's a lot of rap R&B of such. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be honest, there's some truth to the statement. However, it's unfair to say that it is dead completely. Because you do have people out there who are so driven to try to keep the R&B.
Yeah.
Spirit alive. You have persons who influenced by the classics, they try their own flair to it, which I don't think is, you know, something terrible. You know, at the end of the day, change will come. It's inevitable. So R&B is not dead. I'll just say it's evolving.
Yeah. I always say that. And you know, there's things called R&B drill now, which is like R&B mixed with, like, you know, the drill scene.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would also look into as well? Would you like to dabble into like some R&B?
Well, for me, it's not a hard no, but I'll just stick to, you know, the secular side. You know, the smooth, the jazzy side. That's where I'm going to stick for now, at least.
Yeah. No, I respect that. You have the voice for that, so I totally understand. We're not going to see Neo doing R&B drill.
Right, exactly.
I get exactly what you mean. Talking of R&B as well, how is R&B down in the Caribbean side? Is R&B as big as it is in like Europe or the States, or is dance more still like #1 genre down there?
It's definitely not the #1 genre. So what I'm doing is really swimming without, you know, let's say, support.
Yeah.
It does have its market though, because Jamaicans on a whole, they listen to a wide variety of music. You'll have those moments where persons just stick to say for example, gospel.
Mm.
There's sometimes when a person's mood switches and they go to R&B or they go to jazz or they go to a regular dance, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's not something that is readily accepted,
Mm.
but it is among us.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm trying to build myself in R&B,
Mm.
not necessarily for myself, but also to tell or to show people rather that, you know, it's okay to explore different genres outside of what we are used to.
Yeah. Do you think the reason why? Because I think we had this issue here in the UK as well when it came to grime. As soon as you went out of grime, people was calling you like a sellout, or
Yeah.
you're not
I
doing what.
mean, I haven't personally gotten like, you know, those attacks from anybody, but looking at some people's faces, you can tell that's what they're thinking.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
at the same time, for me, as I said, on many occasions, Jamaica is a place of many talents.
yeah.
Whatever we put our minds to, you know, not
Mm.
limiting us to what we've only known from, you know, young age. You know,
Mm.
we can excel in so many things, and so why stop at, you know, tradition
Yeah,
when you can do more?
I believe that. I love that. And obviously, we got a lot of. There's going to be a lot of new listeners today who may not have had the last interview. So I want to, dibble into a little bit of your background. For people who,
Yeah.
how did you come up with the name Opensoul? What made you want to go with that name?
No, Opensoul is a very simple, you know, simple name with a simple meaning behind it.
Mm.
You know how people these days are all about, oh, hide your emotions, don't show them.
Yeah.
It is, you know, this wrong thing to even shed a tear or, you know, just to get, you know, that elevated emotion. For me, being open with oneself, it's therapeutic and it is helpful to a single person to be able to express themselves how they want to and how they want persons to understand them. So being open about how you feel in a given situation shouldn't be a crime, or it shouldn't be, you know, something taboo. You should just own your feelings and just work with that.
Nah, I like
So for
that.
me, Opensoul, just showcasing all different sides of emotions, not being afraid
Yeah.
to show that side of me. Yeah.
I like that. And when it comes to you singing, what made you want to start singing? Was you going to church back in the day? Like, where did the voice come? Because your voice is crazy. It's a really good voice. So is it
I
just
mean, I think
or...
most persons have like that, you know, church singing background. You know,
Yeah.
I do have it too, but that was never my, I don't think that's what pushed me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, I remember one day I was just feeling like, you know, sad. And I was trying to find like a song to fit my mood, but there's just nothing to fit my mood. And I was like, what if I just wrote my own song?
Yeah.
And I did that. And since then, I haven't turned back as regards to writing my own song.
Oh, that's dope, man. One thing I would say, like, whenever I listen to your music, because I've been following you since the first time, anyways, is the consistency with the vocals. I think sometimes with artists, they try to do too much. They know they can sing, but they add too much. But
They do too much, yeah.
Yeah, you're very calm and collected, and it's smooth. I think that's the perfect word. It's smooth. You know what I'm saying? When I hear your music,
appreciate
yeah, Opensoul. You get a little kick in the crib, and you put some Opensoul on it. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
it. Hey, listen, you gotta be honest sometimes, man. Your music be working. So keep them coming, bro. Let's talk about this single that you got coming out. It's called Come Through. It's featuring a woman called Kayla Masetta as well.
Yes.
Very nice track. Again, another one of your soulful, beautiful music that I like to hear from you. How did this collaboration kind of come about for this single?
So I remember getting the beat and I started writing on it. And when I wrote the first verse, I was like, I think I need somebody on this song. I was just like, I need to find the perfect person. So I was just there. I was literally browsing for somebody on TikTok. And there, browsing, I stumbled upon this girl's TikTok.
Yeah.
And yeah, I listened to a few of her tracks and I was like, okay, this is interesting. So I followed her, she followed me. I was like, all right, one step closer.
It's the one.
I sent her a message, she responded. I was like, okay. So I was like, you have a great voice. She's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, would you be interested to do a song with me? And she's like, yeah, I would. So I sent her my verse and she's like, wow, this is dope. And then she sent me something shortly. And when I heard it, I was like, all right, this is it.
That's it. Yeah. So where is she from? Is she from Jamaica?
They're just going back and forth, bouncing ideas. Come again?
Where is she from? What country is she from?
She's from America.
Oh, she's from the States.
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah.
Oh, that's some overseas collaboration there.
Trust me. But it worked.
So
I'm very particular when it comes to my music. Whenever I'm doing like collabs, or in my head when I'm thinking of doing a collab, the person is definitely important. The voice of the person, it has to complement mine, and mine has to complement theirs. Because it makes no sense we're on two different vibrations and making one song. It's gonna make the song, distorted no way.
Yeah. No, I mess with that. I think the song's beautiful. I think the collaboration is dope. And obviously you named it Come Through. So for people who may not understand why it's called Come Through, why did you name it Come Through? What about the single gave you that name for the song?
Because the whole song is about that one person who basically has been on your mind, and you want more than just what you have now. You want to share that intimate connection. You're at that peak where you're like, just come through. Just come through. Just come through. We've done enough talking. We've done enough all that. What's your favorite color? Just come through.
Yeah,
let's take it a step further.
the next step in the relationship. You know me.
Yeah.
Or the friendship. You never know, because these days people just be doing their thing and no labels.
Yeah, they're doing wild things.
Nah, I trust you, man. Anything else we should be expecting from you anytime soon, whether that's an album or a project or even just more singles? What's coming up?
Still on the singles road right now. Still trying to get my name out there, getting more persons to know who Opensoul is, what Opensoul is about, to get into my vibe, rather than just dropping a whole album and just forcing all that down their throats at once. Just giving persons, the time to just soak in like the different aspects that I have to showcase to the different singles. At the end of this month, I have a new single coming out. It's more on the, I don't know, Afrobeatish type, smooth type vibe. It's going to be called Something About You. So just look out for that one.
Okay,
new single this month. Yeah.
Jeez, I told you, everybody, make sure to look at that. Anyway, anything to do with Opensoul will be like down below. So check the descriptions, all of that, YouTube, Instagram, everything will be there. Go stream them as well, Spotify, Apple Music, all be down there. I want to say one last thing before I let you go as well. There's a lot of people right now, with the social media era trying to do music, especially, you got TikTok, you got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. There's so many ways to market yourself. As an artist yourself, how important do you think it is to establish yourself as a brand whilst also establishing a kind of music that matches your brand?
It's important. Yeah, very important, because it makes no sense. You're talking about, you're thinking about happiness, but yet still you just like, you woke up with the whole world on top of your head. You have to have this sense of, you don't have to have like the style that everybody's going for nowadays, but you must have some sort of look. You must be comfortable in your own self, that when people see you, they see your brand and they also see your music. They hear your music. They can see you and they're like, okay, this makes sense. There's no disconnect. There's a right through. So in my opinion, the music, the brand, and how you present yourself is quite important.
No, I really do. And I ask you this because I think the way you find yourself is, it matches who you are as an artist. And I think a lot of people don't know how to do that. I've met artists who will dress very like gang cultured, or whatever you want to call it, like very street.
Yeah.
They're not rapping streets. I'm like, why you?
It's weird. It's giving weird.
Yeah. It's so strange. I'm like, why don't just be who your music is, or at least brand yourself in a way? Because if I see you and I'm expecting street music, but then you're not giving me
exactly, but you're not giving it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
you're gonna throw your vibe off. You're gonna be like, okay, but I expected this. Yeah,
and you don't want people to look at you and think something else of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, thank you very much for having a conversation with me today.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.
For everybody that's locked in right now you're going to be hearing Come Through by Opensoul featuring Kayla Masetta. And anything else you want to find out to do with Opensoul will be in the description below, so make sure you guys go check that out. All the information will be there. Listen, Opensoul, I hope you have a great time and enjoy yourself while you're out there. It looks like it's a bit hot down there. Here it's cold now, so
it is.
Yeah. We're back to
sending some of the heat because it's hot.
I did all these. But honestly, thank you very much. And listen, I can't wait to see you again. And whether that's in Jamaica or in the UK, we definitely got to link up in real life one time. You know that one.
No problem. Thank you very much, Sue. Yeah. Have a good one.
You too, bro.
Been tuned into the Streets Session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
Why is this the name of our show, bro?
Because we're the hottest in the streets.
Catch us online, on the go, and on the FM.
Okay, let's go.